when I went through this with my wife, we did it in a large group. Mm. There was a group of 10 couples, and what I found was that people were not able to be as forthright. Mm. You know, they'd go home and they'd work on it, but when they discussed things, it wasn't. They weren't able to be free about it, and maybe the way that I was, just given the relationship that my wife Adele and I had. What it is that I do is that it's a 12-week series of an hour, and we examine a spiritual truth. We agree on the definition. We have a midweek meeting, and then the next week we get together and we talk about what our experience was personally applying whatever that non-negotiable for the week was. The first one is courtesy versus rudeness. And I also am available, so it's a 1-hour session once a week. The couple meets and has their own session once a week, and then I'm also available once a week for a check-in phone call if anybody wishes. Mm-hmm. And what it does is that we're able to go very, very quickly through a wonderful rebooting of the relationship. And what my first and foremost privilege is being a witness to a couple of goodwill. Mm. Reminding us that we've already got the gift. Even those people that are with you today that say, well, Jay or Cindy, I don't have a love in my life. This isn't for me. These principles, you already have all of the Bible. You're just confused about where it is. We all are in relationship. Mm-hmm. We all are in relationship. And in learning these principles, what happens is you get the tools to really be in one in the kind of way that we're designed in the relationship. So again, it's a 12-week course, 1 hour, 1 hour on the phone. And the great thing is, I work with Skype or the telephone, and the reason that I do this is that in the postmodern era, we are all so, the illusion that we are busy impacts everything. Mm-hmm. And so what this allows me to do is to work with couples that say he's at the office on his lunch break. And she may have been, she's got a break from soccer and they come together either on the phone or on Skype, and we're able to, they don't have to be in the same room. Mm-hmm. It's designed to help modern people deal with the challenges of their lives.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So you get to watch them have a spiritual awakening then, right?
Well, yes, because the thing is that the results of the recipe is a beautiful cake. Mm-hmm. And I get to see the cake rise. Is yes. The way that I like to look at it. And again, it's this awakening. Now, why don't we pause here?
Okay. Jay, I'd like to talk about like the third week that my spouse and I were into this study that we like to call it. I thought that the place that we would meet at, our midweek meeting, I thought if it was away from the house, the phone, the kids, that's the prime place to be, and then there would be no eruptions. If we were in a public place where people aren't really looking at you anyhow, but I don't think that a scene would be made. And we were in the Dunkin' Donuts. I know it sounds very romantic, but it was a Saturday morning, and we do our coffee thing together, and then we go out and visit with people. But we were, I don't know how it was that we got started, but my spouse had said something like, "This is not right. I don't feel right here." And I was like, "Well, we've done it the last couple of weeks here. What's the problem? This is not the right place. We're not doing this thing right." You're not doing it right. Your heart's not into it. You've just never wanted to do it from the beginning. And several other lovely things were said. And I said, well, fine. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Case closed, done. We drove home. I got out of the car. He got his car, and that was it. It was several days later before the subject was brought up again of, can we start over?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I felt I was doing it right. We were doing 5 minutes every morning. Maybe, I don't know. I felt like my heart was into it, but for some reason for him, he just did not see that. And we're back on track now, but it was that dance we had to do. So do you have people that experience that? What do you do?
Well, there's a couple of things. I think first what I'd like